Okay, so I have started the recording. Okay.
Okay.
So till yesterday we learned about APIs. It's a format of communication like JSON and XML,
Mm.
right?
Yes.
So today we will learn about the types of API. Okay.
Okay.
Since you know that APIs are there for a communication of two systems, system A and system B, right?
Yes.
So both systems can transfer information with each other using API. Either one of them have given API to them, right? For
Yeah.
example, if system A is pushing data to system B might have given the APIs, right? Okay. So one thing I wanted to, I want you to remember by heart always that automation is the thing which we are going to do. Automation means if APIs were not there, people would have done this manually. Na? System A ka data they
Mm.
would have copied in system B, right?
Yes.
So we are learning like API integration and automation. Whereas what I believe is automation always works on trigger and action.
Okay.
Okay. So what does this line means is automation works on trigger and action. This means automation works when something triggers and when some action happens. For example, system A must have some trigger. That is why the data has been copied to system B, right?
Yes.
Right. So, for example, if we say um, here in system A, if someone clicked on a button called save,
Mm-hmm.
this is a trigger. On click of save button is the trigger, and what action should happen? The data should go to this
Even in the
API,
database. Yeah.
not directly to the database, but to the API. But you are correct.
Mm-hmm.
It should go somewhere to this API. And once this data is to this API, it will give us the response. So again, it's called a synchronous call, right?
Yes.
A synchronous call. Now you know what is API, what is JSON XML. Okay.
Mm.
Now we will understand what is this medium. Correct. Since we are having a call through a medium, the medium is laptop, Microsoft Teams, or internet. There are
Mm.
mediums, right? That is why we are
Yes.
able to have a call together. Clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there is while two systems communicate with each other, that too with API, whether it may be a synchronous call or asynchronous call, it is communicated with a protocol. That protocol is called HTTPS protocol.
Okay.
So HTTPS is the protocol. For email, whenever two systems, email is a asynchronous call, right?
Mm.
Once I send you an email, I don't get instant response back. Na? That email has been this and that, like API. When the other person will read the email and then will give a revert back. That is a
Yeah.
synchronous
So that
call.
is a.
WhatsApp,
Mm.
sorry, you were saying something.
Yeah, that is a asynchronous call only.
Correct. So now in the case of email, there must be some medium as well. So medium or a channel here is not HTTP. That is called SMTP.
SMTP.
That's a SMTP, POP3 or IMAP. There are three
IMAP.
protocols for an email, right?
Yeah.
When we talk on phone, there is a protocol of SIM card. I don't know what the network is that. I don't know what to call that, but there is a protocol.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So whenever an API exchange data with both systems or interact with each other, the protocol in between that is HTTPS protocol.
Yeah.
Email is SMTP, POP3, IMAP, where you will be having database to database connectivity, for example, or middleware to database connectivity. In some case, if you have to connect one middleware to database, in case there is no API, for example, you have to directly connect to the database. So that time the protocol is JDBC.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want you to by heart remember these protocols and names. You will ultimately know everything, but you must be aware that this is called protocols.
Okay.
Okay. So this is how the things are. So everything has a protocol as a medium. Consider it as a wire connecting both. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, APIs are of two type. Actually, that question is not correct. API formats are of two type, which is JSON and XML. APIs are also of two types. I will share you what exactly. Okay, so types of API. Format you already know, JSON and XML. So the types of APIs are not JSON. That is format. REST API, also called as RESTful API. Have you heard ever?
Yes.
And this is called a SOAP API. Now so many have come, graph, everything, but this is the basic concept. So APIs are always of two types. Understand this thing. And formats are also two types, JSON and XML, right?
Yeah.
Now, these two types means what? REST API, what? It is again backed by HTTPS protocol. This is also HTTP protocol. It's not something like. So in REST API, it's usually synchronous. Synchronous. SOAP APIs are asynchronous. It's not mandatory, but usually it is. Okay. Did you get it?
Yes. Yes.
This follows. Understand now. This is very flexible. This can take XML. This can take JSON. This can take some different format as well. For example, if there is an image is converted into some BMP or something like format, it takes this as well. It can text like a webhook. All right, but asynchronous always takes a format called WSDL,
Okay.
Web Service Descriptive Language. It's called Web Service Descriptive Language. It's like XML. Okay.
Okay.
Let me show you that. We will try everything. So XML, you know already how it is. See, this is a XML. You know, company, uska andar employee is 101. This is the name department. Whereas WSDL is what? It uses XML string syntax. But this
Mm-hmm.
is a descriptive format of a web service.
Yeah.
Okay. Clear?
Yes. Clear.
So SOAP APIs are usually asynchronous, whereas REST APIs are synchronous. SAP standard APIs are of both. Synchronous also there, REST APIs means OData. Asynchronous, which is SOAP APIs are also there. Now you might wonder, Anurup, have you ever heard about OData? In SAP, there is a concept called OData.
OData. I heard we usually use for transferring the IDOCs.
Right.
It is.
So IDOCS is different concept. It's also like a channel through which data can be pulled or pushed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas OData is also an API. So you will tell, Prathamesh just told me there are only two types of API. Then what is OData,
Yes.
right? This might be a
Yeah.
question, na? So
Yeah.
again, I will tell you, SAP just have given, SAP has worked upon them as a wrapper, something to make it, easy for the developer to pull the data or fire queries on that. But that is also that is also a REST API only, because it is following HTTP protocol.
Okay.
Tomorrow, for my software, I will modify the API in some way and give some name, different name to them, right? It doesn't mean that,
Mm-hmm.
that it's a new format, na? It's a company given name.
Yeah.
So the same way, OData also follows HTTPS adapter.
So you are saying that
And SAP
OData
has
also comes
given,
under the REST API.
right, it comes under REST API. Clear?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, clear.
Now, here in this example, when I said automation works on trigger and action, that means what? If here someone entered in this system students' data, okay, and click on
Mm-hmm.
enter, so then data is going to this system. That trigger is what? On click event.
Okay.
But it's not always on click. There are triggers wherein, so wait. In this system, what happened? System A consumed the API of system B. Clear?
Yeah.
So it is easy now. So whenever a new record is created, this data has been sent to system B automatically. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
But sometime if system B is not having any API, still they wants data. In that case, what usually would they have done? This is system A and system B. Now these people only have the API, and the data also must go out of the system. So what they will do? B will call this API with a get call.
Okay.
So he will ask, is there any new data? And this will send the data in reverse as a synchronous call.
Okay.
But you tell me which approach is good for data consistency in both systems. And here will be the post, let me tell you. So it will be not a, tell me.
So both are synchronous only,
Yeah, both are synchronous. But which one is a
but
good solution?
the above one is not having the API. Using the get, we will get the data from the
Yeah, this
API.
have API. System A is only offering API, which is a get API. Ki bhai, you just call me, I will share you whatever results are there at the moment.
Okay.
And second one, on click event.
It depends upon the requirement, right?
See, the requirement is very simple. In both systems, the data must be equally consistent. For example, here are 10,000 students. Here must be 10,000 students.
So the below one is a condition based. The above one is a like manual thing, right? So whenever I want the data, so I get the data from the other system.
Right? Yeah, get the data from the other system. That is okay. For example, here also I give a simple button, pull data. If you click the button, a request will go and response will come with all the data with us. So now what? Which one is good approach? How would you propose? What do you like easy? Which one is feels easy?
I feel like the both are used for same purposes.
Purposes are same, right? That is correct.
I feel I like there is no difference. I feel so. The both ways we are getting the data itself. Right? You are
Hmm.
asking the most consistent way. Um, no idea.
No idea?
Yeah.
No problem. I will tell you. Now, instead of having this generic example, understand one thing here. So here API is of system A only, and which is a GET API type. And here system B has given the API. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Now let's understand this case first. System A. What is here? Whenever any person here, if this is a person,
Okay.
whenever a new student is coming to them, they are making a data entry here, right? Name, his all the details and clicking on a button. Clear? Once on the point when they are clicking on the button, it is the data is being posting to with the help of post API. It's going to the system B API, and here the entry is being made real time.
Okay. Yeah.
Once here someone enter number here. For here example, one student come at a time. Obviously, he's going to take one entry at a time. So he'll click, that entry is here. Again, he will click, that entry is here. He will do for n number of students, right? At the moment anyone is coming and he is data entering the whole thing, clicking the button, the data is in the system B. This is the first approach. Clear?
Yeah.
In the second approach, what I'm saying, the same way is going here. One, someone is entering data.
Okay.
And saving into the system. So, and here system B is sitting in Tamil Nadu. We don't know what system one is here people are doing. How many students has come so far? Still, what he chooses to do, he has an option. Whenever he feels, he'll just click a button. It will go a request. It will take a request and will go here. And whatever amount of data is here at the moment. For example, at 12 p.m. There were 100 student data. Right? That 100 student data will come here and will be sent to this system. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Again, after 2 hours, he will click this button. He has to click this time because these people are not sending.
Okay.
So again, after 2 hours, like 3 p.m. or 2 p.m., he will click the button. So again, a get request will come. And this time, 20 more student has come. So the data will be 120 in this system now.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Again, 120 people will come here. So 100, the old which you have, and 120 again of some time. So it becomes
Duplication.
220. So the data is not at all consistent because it is overridden. Duplicates will be there, this and that. Even if someone he puts here the logic not to share a duplicate, still it's not a good approach because it's not real time. It's totally dependent on this button or a scheduler. For every 1 hour, get the data. Here, see the approach. At the moment when someone is saving the things, the data is here. So which one would you like?
The below one.
Exactly. So this is how the solutions you have to design in future. Okay. Others might teach you, okay, this is get API, this is post API, but never going to tell you this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes, clear.
Now, automation works on, this is the REST API, this is the SOAP API. This happened. You might have also learned about RFC. Have you heard about that?
Yes, I have.
Again, you will tell then Prathamesh, what is RFC? RFC is also responsible for pulling or pushing data from SAP to outside world, right? Again,
Yes.
this is just a name. This is HTTP in the backend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Clear. So this thing work, this thing work, this thing work. Now let me take you. Can you please make a note that tomorrow I wanted to share you micro steps, or today? Just don't forget this step. Micro steps. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Now, 1 second. So far, you have learned so many several things about the API. Okay, you always recite this. It's helpful for you only. Did you ever knew this much details about an API?
No.
Now, why do we use SAP Integration Suite? Or let's come to that example later on. This is system A, this is system B. Again, the same concept. Let's take a school management system. It's a school management system. And it's a government portal. Or university, let's say university. It's a university here, okay? You know, in 10th standard, whenever we give any exams, it's not a responsibility of a school. Paper is also issued by university or 12th standard. And checking of the marks is also done in university, right? Do you know that? Okay. Now, there is a school who is operating from last 15 years and they are managing their data in a system in this format. For example, their data format is like this. We can say student ID, first name, last name, okay, class, maths, science, English, email. So they have thousands of students and they are maintaining their data in this way, right? Because obviously they will be maintaining in their software and the software database in the software will be like this, right? Let me take the fields of this. You see, I just copied what thing? I copied this text, na, Anurup.
Mm-hmm.
But in the
Yes,
backend,
yes.
what? See, it's a JSON again. You
Yeah.
see, so every interface is made very beautiful for the end user to have a good feel. But the data in the
Mm-hmm.
backend is always JSON or XML,
Yes. Yes, yes. Again,
right?
a real time example.
Yeah. What happened? So basically, in the table, in the software, they might be looking something like this. Excel-like thing will be there. So the school can see their number of students. They might have so many students, right?
Mm.
In the same way, they're in order to push this data to outside world, they'll be having this kind of JSON because they are using a very modern software. They are using JSON as a lightweight, format for communication, right? You see how
Yeah.
the JSON is: student ID, first name, last name, class, maths, science, English, and email. Clear?
Mm.
So if what happens is earlier what used to happen, teachers what used to do, they used to download this thing, log into the university portal and data entry there manually, one by one, for every student. Clear?
Yes. Yes, yes.
But now, and since the world has changed, APIs are introduced, every other system has now APIs. So if they wanted to leverage this thing, what they would do, Okay, they will take whose API? Tell me. School has to send data to the university.
Here,
Tell me.
university takes the school management API.
So if you say university will take
No, your
his,
university wants to extract the functionality of the school management system. No? So school management system should give the API to the university.
no. What they want is they wanted to submit their students' data to with the subject marks to university. So what you just said is student management system software will give API to university. So university will
Yeah.
what make a call on that and try to pull the data, na this data.
Okay.
But again, this is example like this one, correct?
Hmm.
So how do university know that I have to pull the data at this time? The data might be not there, it might be incomplete. So how do they know? Clear? So
Hmm.
this approach is not good here, Anurup. What either they will do is university will publish one API. And see, university is always one, but there are number of schools.
Okay.
So university will create one API and it will be accessed by thousands of such school in that city or that state.
Hmm.
Clear? Na? The
Yeah.
example which you told me, university will get this API. So there are thousands of school. University doesn't have this much time to call each and everybody's API all the time,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So they will make their whole centralized API here once, and n number of schools like this. So there will be so many schools with different formats. They might be calling this APIs, right?
Okay.
Right? No?
Uh,
Does it sound good?
yes, yes, it does.
Now tell me, for example, okay, so school management is now going to send data to what? The university. So they will come up with this and send the data as per their format. Okay, as per
Yeah.
their format. If they are also accepting JSON, then it can work,
Okay.
right? If university is also accepting JSON with exact same fields,
Hmm.
right? Then this
Yeah.
thing is going to work. But now tell me, you as a human can understand, okay, student ID means ID. First name is F name. Okay, let's do this way. University has a habit of maintaining data in this way. Unique ID, full name, result. University has a habit of maintaining data in this way.
Hmm.
Now tell me, will this work? If I see humans are super intelligent that they know, okay, here is student ID means UID must be 100 only. Full name is what? Combination of Prathamesh and last name. First name and last name, right?
Yeah.
That comes under full name. Result is what? Okay. So I have to do average of 95, 92, 97 and calculate the result and put it here. And email is email. You know that.
Yeah.
But will a system know that?
Um, there are only four fields, but there are many fields now. So you yesterday you told that if there are no matching fields, it will throw an error.
Right? Yes, because it's obviously going to throw error. Na? What happens is either, see, as a human, if I give you this assignment, okay, Anurup, take this and solve this. What you will do? Okay, student I will you student ID you will write here, right? Combination of first name and last name. You will write here. Results, what you will do? Combination of all three, you will write here. And email, you will write here. And that doesn't it doesn't matter class to them, for example. So it's simple for you to do, na?
Yeah.
As a human being, you'll use your logic and put, but always a computer, we have to program
We
it
have
that,
to do a
program
lot.
that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So Even if student ID is 1000 and UID is the same, but it doesn't know. It says no.
Mm.
I will exactly see if this string is there or no. STD underscore ID. Clear?
Okay. Yes, yes.
Now, this school management will say, how would I send data in this format? We don't maintain the data in this format because we are being using our this software. They might say we are using our this school management system from the past 15 years, right? And government university has come this year only and asking this kind of setup.
Mm.
Earlier we used to give it on papers or Excel sheets, but now they have come up with some new idea and they are expecting us to send as per their format.
Okay.
Right now, let's
Mm-hmm.
do one way. Student come this thing student management system or school will say, how can I do that? It's not our job. Okay, so we are being using this software for 15 years. So anyway, we are not going to change our methodologies since you have come latest nowadays.
Mm.
So we are
Okay.
not going to change. And university will say, you are not the only one school from whom I have to get the data. There are hundreds and thousands of such schools. So we will be keeping our standard format like this only. Clear?
Mm. Okay.
And also, these people are talking in English, for example. This is JSON, and they want data in XML.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how is this thing going to happen? So, this is not possible now because either one has to change.
Mm.
If school management agrees and says, okay, I will send you the data as per your expectations, then it can work very well. There is no issue of anything, right? The API integration will be successful then. Clear?
Mm. Yeah, clear.
But there are so many schools. This school is maintaining the data in this way, but this school is maintaining data in some other way. They are calling student ID is roll number.
Okay.
First name is calling F name. Last name is L name. Anything they might do now. Every school has their own independence. They can do how they want. They might be using different softwares. We don't know. Is that clear?
Yeah, yeah, it is clear.
So imagine that scenario. How will be the integration possible then? Everyone will maintain the data in their own way because there is no
Maybe
standardizations and
uh, we should map the variables.
yeah. But uh, so again to mapping the variables, school management system has to write another code. They have to introduce one more module and it will be a cost to that.
Mm-hmm.
Even to change a code, they might hire some developers or to do something, right?
Okay.
But these people are not wishing because university is just introduced this API one this year. Earlier, they were taking data into Excel right now.
Okay.
Now, in this case, if the data is like 100 records or this much and that much, people can go and manually put it here. That is not a challenge. But imagine
Mm.
if they are handling students' data of 8 to 10,000 students, how big impact would it make? How much time it would take? Do you get that idea?
Yes, yes.
So in this case, since these people are always maintaining data and whenever pushing it to any external API, it's into JSON, but this government university needs it into XML. So in this case, CPI works as a middleware.
Mm-hmm.
So CPI is a middleware which assures both the parties, the sender and the receiver, that you do not need any worry to change your systems. I am here. I will take whatever you say. So it will take a JSON from here. Okay. It will take a JSON from here. First thing is what? It will convert that JSON into XML.
Okay, got it.
Then it will map as per the fields. How it will map? Simple. If any student ID comes from this side, consider it as a UID. If any combination of this comes, consider it as a full name. Average of this result. And email field is email. Mapping done. And this way, the data, this becomes this in real time. Clear? The
Clear.
same way, this university will give the response in XML. This will be again XML to JSON converted, then mapping. These people will get a response. Okay, this has been successfully sent. You see how big impact CPI is creating as a middleware.
Yeah.
So this is the use of a CPI. Clear?
Yes, yes, got it.
What is the scenario where CPI is not needed? Tell me.
If both the parties are having same language
Right.
conversation, then it is not required.
But it's very little chances that both of them exactly would have the same format. The also one example or answer you could give as if any one of the party is willing to change their code
Change, yeah.
or enhance
Mm-hmm.
their feature and functionality to send as per the third party's requirement, API requirement, right? Then CPI
Okay.
is not required. Now, why do SAP ERPs have always a middleware like PIB or either CPI? Because they have data already in millions. Okay. And
Okay.
it's not always they have to communicate with only one system. Enterprises means big organizations are not only sharing their data with single software, they have a suite of so many softwares altogether working. Productivity softwares, HRMS softwares, finance analytics softwares, so many. So basically an enterprise which has, they might be having 20 to 25 other different softwares which is connected with their core ERP. So is it possible
Mhm.
to change always the SAP as per their formats?
It is difficult.
That is why middleware is always needed. So you middleware is a central hub wherein SAP is sending the data in the way they want. Middleware is doing all the brain part and logic part. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Fine. So you know that synchronous API, asynchronous API, so RESTful API, the mediums, protocols. Protocols you have to figure out on your own. How many protocols are there? Okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
Can now is this clear to you?
Yeah, it is clear.
So you know why we use CPI, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now, in the same way, again, the banking API which PhonePe use. See, in this case, PhonePe not only relies on any one bank, right?
Yeah.
PhonePe has 50 plus banks as a partner through which we can connect and send a payment to anyone. But every other bank might have their own format of communication. Na?
Yes. Yes.
So either PhonePe might be using a middleware or else they might have set up different set of codes for each and every bank. They will be
Mhm.
working as a bank, working as per the bank's format. Clear?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Clear.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Now I will take you one example, and from tomorrow we'll be going into CPI stuff. Okay.
Okay.
So you set up the account today only.
Trial account.
Trial account. Correct.
Okay.
Now, let me show you something. Uh, 1 second, I'm stopping the screen for a moment.
Okay.
We'll, now we will learn the steps, micro steps. Okay, that is important. Then we can go into CP, SAP CPI. Okay.
Okay.
So my sister-in-law, she has developed a robot on her own. Okay, and she's also learning SAP Integration Suite with me, basically. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the robot which she has made. Okay,
Oh, great.
so it has sensors, everything. She made it from a bags which we use
Ju-
for traveling. At the
Okay.
time when I gave her an example, you see, actually I have a video of this on Snapchat. Here is not, I cannot open Snapchat here. I don't know how to open that, but it is a full working model. Okay, you see here is a cupboard and this stuff. So when we ask him something, it goes and identifies that thing, tells us. If we keep something into that pocket, it gives us. So it's so intelligent. Here is a screen, basically. She has placed a screen which shows
Okay.
emotion. If you talk loudly, it will say sad face or something like that. Clear?
Yeah, yeah,
So the
got it.
reason to show you this was about the micro steps which we are going to do. Now, currently, we will be dealing with systems. We'll be programming that. When a robot is made, we have to train it so much.
Yeah.
For example, Anurup, just for an sake of example, if this is a robot, and if I ask him, go and bring me water, right? If I ask you, Anurup, can you please go and bring me water? What you will do? You will go to the kitchen, and because you are that much intelligent that you know, okay, water is available in kitchen. You'll go
Mm-hmm.
there, you bring a water bottle for me, or whatever sources are available. But for example, if you created this robot, and robot obviously we program na in some way. This is a chip called
Mm-hmm.
IC.
Yeah.
We program the IC. If user says bring water, this is how we do na. Humans learn from seeing the others and hearing. If I programmed a robot, I would code it like this. If someone says bring waters, if he heard this thing, what I will write as a developer, go to kitchen, and once after going to kitchen, take water
Yeah.
and return from where it came.
Mm-hmm.
This is how good I program the robot, right?
Yeah.
And if I implemented this code into this IC chip and put it in the robot, and now when I actually came at the time of testing, this is me, for example, okay? At the time, when I ask the robot in real time, what is the whatever is the robot name, if I say as a user, bring me water, so it will this command will trigger. Clear?
Yeah, yeah.
So what he will do, he will go to direct kitchen. He'll go to kitchen, and here is the kitchen. But now he will see a tap here. This is a water tap, for example, in which, and this is a bottle. This is bottle number 1, bottle number 2, bottle number 3, and this is the tap. The program is going to fail here. Your robot will fail here.
Because some steps are missing.
Some steps, a lot of steps are missing basically, because you
Yeah.
programmatically did it well, considering this is intelligent like a human. If I ask Anurup to go and bring me water, he will go to kitchen. He will see there are 3-4 options. Here, there is a tap. So you'll see, you'll understand, okay, bottle I can directly take. So I'll go and take a bottle with and give it to Prathamesh. If there is a tap, no bottle, I will first search a bottle or a glass, fill in the water and give it to Prathamesh, right?
Okay. Yeah.
If there is nothing, you'll figure out some different option. But in this way, if a practical scenario happens, this robot has been developed. And if it goes in the kitchen and see multiple options, green bottle, yellow bottle, red bottle, water tap, this program is going to fail here and the robot will stop there only and will never come back. So the thing which I wanted to give you from this is, you always have to think in micro levels.
Okay.
Micro level, very basic. You might think it's some nonsense step, but that is also super important. Nonsense, any you must write logical steps, not anything. Okay. So always whenever doing SAP CPI integration, you know why I am very good in integration? The only reason is this micro steps. Anurup, I have taught people more than having 9 years of experience. I have done corporate trainings as well, but people are not able to do anything just because of this thing. Then whenever they get any problem, they directly jump into the development part. This is the number one make mistake which people do. So in future, whenever you get any opportunity to work on any project, you have to remember this line. First is this. Always remember this line. Automation works on trigger and action. And you have to work on a micro level. Micro level. Okay. Micro level, as in, if I give you any scenario, you have to think in a very minor step and complete each step at a time, then only move to the next step. And I'm sure that you are going to take this mistake. You are going to also make this mistake in our development, but still I will be making you correct always. So if you somehow break down a problem into these micro steps, until and unless this one is not solved, you do not move to this. Okay.
Okay.
Now how micro steps work? Take this as a homework. How to make tea. This is your homework, for example. In today afternoon also you can share it with me. No need to wait for more time. So how to make a tea? I want it in micro steps.
I'm not good at making tea.
Sorry,
I'm not good at making tea. That's
no problem. So what what else you can do?
okay. No problem.
Okay, you can do it. You
Yes.
can do
Yes.
it. It's very important assignment. Basically, I wanted to hear how minor you think. How you think. I wanted to understand this thing. I want it in micro steps, huh? Remember
Okay.
carefully. Consider you're programming a robot. So this is how you have to do, and you'll understand what is the importance of this. I'll tell you. You'll figure it on your own, but it's super important. It might feel nonsense, but it's really very helpful and important. So this is your homework. You just do it in maximum steps you can do. And please, no nonsense steps like, okay, I thought I have to make a tea. I go out and I forgot the keys or money. I again go up. In this way, you do not have to increase the number of steps. Okay.
Okay.
Logical steps, micro steps. Every step must be a contributor. So do this, and by afternoon you can share it with me. Tomorrow we'll start with the. It's very important before starting. So just do it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Any questions? Today we learn
No
so many
question.
different things. So it is